I can't do that.
Okay, so Daughtry was being annoying, so you left.
Yeah, we left half an hour. I was crying the whole car ride home. No, I was sobbing. Dad's all like, there's no tears. So I go like this and wipe it on his face. Okay, so... I can't. Okay, so how long does this record?
As long as you want.
Okay, so, we walked there, right, and there was like 5 people, just, they're friends. So we go, and I'm kind of standing there awkwardly, and one of the girls was all like, oh, no, come here. We're like, oh, no, it's okay. So then she's like this tall, right, and then there's a guy, and then I just kind of see Doug, like, he just kind of goes like this. He's like, come here. We're like, okay. And he comes up, he's like, oh. I'm like, what? He's like, are you Carly? I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I'll be whoever you want me to be. And then so... We thought they were going to be in the lobby, okay, after, because that's what someone told Dad.
Okay.
But then I checked their Twitter, and they said, hey, guys, we're down. Well, meet us at the buses at 14th and 13th corridor or whatever. Yeah. So then I go, he's all like, I'm so glad you checked your Twitter. I honestly put that out there just so you would see it. I'm like, and then I kind of shake, and he kind of grabs me, and he's all like, hey, Sally, I'm like, okay. He's like, no need for words, sweetie. I'm like, oh my god. He told me he texts Mark off the script. That excited me more than it should. Yes! I was right, you guys are friends.
I bet he's texting about you right now. It's like, so, you might not remember this chick from, like, your concert.
Oh, no, this isn't. So we told him, we were talking, and he's like, you enjoyed the concert, yeah? I'm like, yeah. He's like, wait, did you come for Daughtry? I'm just asking because your tweets say otherwise. But I'm like, I don't even know Daughtry.
Like, I'm not in the concert right now. I'm with you.
He's like, that's okay. We didn't know him before our tour. Don't tell him that. So then we were talking, and I couldn't talk. I was like, wow. So then he's so nice, and he's barely talking to Dad.
Well done.
So then he's all like, oh hey. And then he's like, I'm all like, I Scott. And then he's all like, you were shopping today. What was it? And he looks at me, I'm like, King Supers. And then Doug's like, oh, cool. I'm honestly addicted to that place. Although when I was younger, I always thought it was King Scoopers. And he's like, so where are you guys from? I'm like, just over in Parker. He's like, just over in Parker? That's cool. We have friends in Pradera. I'm like, really?
You do now. Really?
So then, and he's just asking me, and he's all like, so, and then, you've been to any of our other concerts? And I'm like, oh, yeah, last year with the script. He's like, oh, which one? I'm like, in Kansas. He's like, oh, yes. Oh, man, I love those guys. I text Mark. He texts me, although it's usually 4 o'clock in the morning when it's 4 in the afternoon, and his wife honestly gets annoyed with me. I'm like, I thought she would. I'm just so excited. The stupidest things. So all his roadie people are just laughing, like, and then Tate's all like, so how are you? I'm like, good. And then he hugs me. Tate hugged me, and I almost said birds.
You should have said birds.
When he hugged me, I literally mumbled, I'm like, he's like, what am I? Nothing. Just ignore me, sir. So then, oh my god, I'm not in mental health for this. So then we were talking, and then he's all like, oh, so which one was your favorite concert? This one, or with the script? I'm like, that was an awkward question, let me just say. I'm like, oh my god, I don't know. So I'm like, probably this one. You got to play more. He's all like, oh yeah, I loved it. And then he's all like, so what's your favorite song out of all of ours? I'm like, I couldn't think of any, so I said The Moment, which actually luckily was my favorite song. He's all like, well, we're probably gonna, I think we're signing up for a headlining tour in the fall. I'm like, he's like, you think you're gonna come? I'm like, I hope. And he's all like, well, what song, if you could choose one, do you want us to play? I'm like, I really like Never Stop. And he's like, oh, we didn't play that one tonight. I'm sure we can swing it. I'm like, okay. Okay. I didn't know. I was just like, mm-hmm. And then he's like, are you okay, boy? No. So then he hugged me, and he's all like, well, I didn't know what to say, so I'm like, can I get a picture with you guys? And they're like, oh, yeah, totally, of course. And then we take it, and he's all like, is it okay? And Dad's all like, oh, I think it's great. He's all like, well, we can take as many as you want. And Dad only let us take one. I'm like, how rude. So then I got a poster, and then he's like, oh, here, let us sign that for you. And Doug, Carly, we love you. I love you. You rock. And then Tate.
Wait, show it to the camera.
You jelly. You're so jelly. You
Can I put this on Facebook?
Yes.
Awesome.
So then, they were talking, and he's all like, well, honestly, he didn't do this, but in my mind he did. He's all like, I can tell you're probably one of our biggest fans. I mean, I don't know if this is creepy or not, but I read every tweet you sent. I'm like, you should reply sometime. I didn't say that, but I thought, I'm like, oh, cool. So then he looks at me, and he kind of puts his arm around me. He's all like, so how you doing, Carly? I'm like, good. He's like, life treating you well? I'm like, he's like, you happy? Like, so then he signs it, and then he's like, oh, have a great night. So glad you could come. I'm like, thank you. And thank you, too. Oh, and I asked him about his shoulder. It's in a thing. He's like, oh, you know, this whole sling makes it look worse than it is, but I can tell you it doesn't tickle. I'm like, tickle? I didn't say that, but I think. Oh, that's cool. And then he talks about how he just located it and how he kind of just cried on the inside. I'm like, I understand that. And we talked for a few more minutes just about random stuff, and then we're all like, all right, have a good night, so glad you could come talk to you later. I'm like, okay, bye. And then, like, honestly, I was 2 feet away, and a guy was about to talk, and I just went, I'm just jumping up and down, like, I'm gonna cry. And I was trying to contain it, because it was, like, here, and then there was, like, a turn, and I was waiting for the turn, and I couldn't wait. So the guy's all like, have a good night, ma'am. I'm like, thanks. And then I just see Doug go, I'm like, that was my night. He sang to me. I honestly cried. He didn't see me because he turned away, because, like, at the concert, he came into the audience saying, stay, right? He has this dorky camera hat. So then he was there, and then I looked over at him, and he's all like, if you say stay to me, and I'm like, yeah. And he leaves, I just turned to Dad, that's like, Carly, and I'm like, and then I was talking to Mrs. Ford. I was texting her, right? I mean, I felt bad. Like, Daughtry is this big, huge, world-famous rock band. I was bored. I was honestly so bored. I mean, they had like 5 guitars, and they were all, you know, you can have a good rock band and then a 2-rock band. Their guitars were drowning each other out, and he was trying to do, I don't know. I was probably too excited for Saftey Suit to meet them, to even care. Like, honestly, like, half the people left. But anyway, there were these drunk people dancing behind us for Saftey Suit, and they were gone when Daughtry came on. But so I was texting Mrs. Ford. I met both guitarists. Dave. Okay, this is another story. Sorry, this is really long.
It's alright, it's going on YouTube.
So they read everything I write to them. I'm all like, crap! That's not good! And then as we're leaving, he puts his arm around me. He's like, you're not going to cry sad tears anymore, right? Because you met me. I'm like, He's all like, oh, you put like 5 times. Guys, I'm not going to meet Saftey Suit. Prepare for tears. And I just wanted to make sure that didn't happen. That's why I put that tweet out, literally for you. I'm like, you're so kind. You know how I pull up my clothes. I'm all like, he's like, getting hot. I'm like, but then so, we met Dave. We honestly, there's a sidewalk, and they parked their buses outside. Honestly, I walked up and down that sidewalk like 8 times, just nonchalantly, just going into the parking garage, you know. We did that, and then, like, the last time we did it, because when we were going, we'd come back from dinner, Dave walked by. I didn't realize that at first, so I just walked by, and then I see him, I'm all like, it's Dave. And then Chico, apparently I figured it out tonight, he's the guitar tech / best friend. So he walks by, and then and then Dad's with me, he's all like, was that someone important? I'm like, that was Dave, he's the freaking guitarist, and that's Chico. And Chico's like, oh, hey dude. He's all like, hey, and then he walks away, and I'm all like, oh my god, Chico. And he's like, I almost hit him with my finger, I'm like, Chico. Oh. So then I was texting Mrs. Ford when Daughtry began, right? And I'm all like, Saftey just played, Doug sang to me, and I started crying, and now Daughtry's on. She's like, the guitarist? I'm like, I met both of them, what about them? And then she replies, oh, that's a band! My husband just told me, he loves them. I'm like, gold star forever. She's like, I'm learning. Can I post this now?
Here, that was it.